So for support strategies, I know in the thing you had two classroom based, one individualized. So for the individualized, I was looking through the sources and I saw how in the teaching in the understanding ADHD one of the things that brought up that got me a little bit was therapy. Apparently, therapy is a really good option for kids who suffer ADHD. I never did it because I grew up when therapy wasn't really looked at as like some everyone should have, only like the absolute psychotics should have. So I never done it. But when I read about it, it was actually interesting because like it offers a space where they can kind of just like relax and vent, like like they just get to talk without any judgment, which is really nice. Let's get stuff off their chest that they've wanted to talk about, kind of freshen up the mind. All that's really nice, and then it also helps build a routine, which I didn't even think about with that, because it makes sense. Because like, okay, make sure you have time for therapy on Tuesday at 2 p.m. You have therapy with Mrs. Wheeler, some therapist. It helps run their inner thoughts. Like, lets them kind of just let it all out so they can free their mind and be more chill. So, for the more classroom ones, the one I saw, two of these I got from my other source, which was from cdc.gov, and it's a whole thing about like helping children with ADHD succeed in the classroom. So the first one I saw was offering a variety of assignments. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, hey, how does that deal with language? I think I'm going to talk about math just as my example. Letting kids understand how like problems work with like word problems, I think is so underused. I'm doing tutoring at Premier Charter School down by the hill, and like we're doing word problems, and them word problems were messing kids up. So I think helping them understand like when you see a word problem, what is the information you need to focus on? Instead of just taking it all whole, I think that's a really big skill for language. Like just taking the important pieces, but like try to do like multiple. Don't make every single word problem the exact same. Don't do it like Jamie had 6 apples. She gave 2 to Ander. How many apples are left? And explain you why. Like, try to have a little variety, because variety helps a lot. It helps kids be like, okay, this is new. Let's see what it is. Because if it's the same stuff over and over, it's not even just ADHD. Kids in general are just not going to want to listen in on it anymore. And then the other one that I got from the exact same site was, this is less for just in general, but allow extra time for kids to take a test. Because as I've talked about a lot about distractions but it's like someone who has lost a lot of time to distractions, it's so under said, I feel like, how bad it is that like for just like being distracted is. So like say you have like an hour long math test, give them like an extra maybe 10-15 minutes so they can look at the word problems a little more, analyze it more, and like so they have a little time, so like they have like not fully distracting themselves, and like give them more time to figure out the important piece, kind of like what I was saying for the number 2. But yeah, so that's why I think that these are all really good strategies for kids with ADHD.